Everyone, welcome back to 5-Day Crypto. My name is Chase. Do not adjust your television sets. I am actually this awesome. Welcome back. If you're new, hit the subscribe button just right now before you even know who the hell I am. Do it now, otherwise you'll never do it. Hit the like button and let's go ahead and get started. That's what we do. We just jump right in. Link USD on the weekly. We're going to look at Chainlink USD. We're going to look at Link Bitcoin. And we're going to look at Link Ethereum. And this is all going to be about the same thing. Elliot Wave formation, ABC corrections, just my opinion, not financial advice. Do your own research. Let's go to it. Going back to 2019, perhaps. Now, Elliot Wave are kind of subjective to draw. You can kind of draw them a little bit differently, so this is just my take on it, okay? If you have a different take, let me know without being a complete douchebag, all right? So let's go ahead and look at Link USD to get us started. So Wave 1, okay. Wave 2 is always down. Wave 3 is always the longest wave. Always. Always, always, always. If your leg 3 is not longer than 1 or 5, you're doing it wrong. Or it's not correct. Period. Leg 3 is always the longest and always goes up. Leg 4 is always not the longest and always goes down when you're doing an impulse wave to the upside. Obviously, it's switched when you're going to the down. You can draw these either direction. And then after your final and fifth leg wave up, you have what's called usually, not always, an ABC correction, which maybe, I'm not saying that this definitely is that. I'm saying potentially this could be what's forming. So an ABC correction can do two things. First of all, you're going to have a down, A. Then leg B will come back up, usually not quite, obviously, to the peak. Somewhere in between. I've just put it here just because I see some more resistance kind of these levels. You can see some candles back in here. Running out of breath. I have no water. Dry mouth again. Resistance right in here. So I just put it roughly around the $30 range. Maybe we get up there this summer. The next, you can see this is September. Maybe we have a rally up to here. And then a final kind of towards the end of December. We have our final capitulation into the C wave. Final correction. That was kind of rhyme with last year, if you remember. I believe like December 23rd, we had our kind of final capitulation before ensuing again. Only this time it would be to start this whole cycle over again. If this plays out like this. Again, just my opinion. Don't get your feelings hurt if this is whatever. But we obviously love Chainlink. It's going to do quite well over the next millennia. I think it's going to be around in crypto as long as crypto's around. It's too big of a piece of the puzzle for crypto. So macro trend, we're going to get to some macro trends in a minute. And I got a little thing I'm going to show you in just a few moments that could, for the hopium bong, right? You hit the hopium bong every now and then, especially during these times when you're down on your luck and you're kicking rocks and maybe smacking your cat around. And my cat's sitting right over here staring at me. Like Garfield, my cat just like stares at me and eats all day. That's what he does. But so that's Link Ethereum, Link USD. My cat's on my brain now. Look what you've done. All right, let's go. Let's switch over to Link Bitcoin and see what that might look like, and then we'll come back and I'll surprise. Right. So look at this wave. Yeah, you can draw the same waves, but I figured I'd do something different with Link Bitcoin. Get on some opium here. Imagine this and playing out over. This will be over like the next 5 years if I can get it to actually work. Auto. Now you take it off auto. Let's see what you did. I don't know what I'm doing. Obviously, it's not scrolling out. Let's do it. Anytime. I'll blame it on my cat until I die. Now it's, oh, there we go. You have to adjust the scale. Okay, there we go. So imagine what we've seen out of Link Bitcoin is just leg 1. And since 2020, maybe we've only begun leg 2 down. Maybe we're starting the super duper pump up until 2023. Maybe till next year and a half. I could potentially see the next crypto leg up lasting till maybe May of 2023. That would be kind of the potential longest I would kind of see happening. Maybe, we can adjust this a little bit, right? It doesn't have to play out exactly, but something right around in there. March, April, May, whatever. macro trend, and then we enter a bear market for another year or so, 1 to 2 years. Again, you could play with this a little bit, but that would be pretty insane. And then kick off a super rally going into the start of our next cycle, maybe sometime 2024, 2025-ish. Got it? That's just big picture to give you the hopium. You got to have it every now and then. I'm here to give it to you. Link Ethereum, we're doing something similar, minus this bar. He just got in there. Drawing random bars here. All right, Link Ethereum. Imagine this playing out. One from 2018, going back to the start of our bull market, kind of, right? End of our bear market, kicking off. Leg 1, Link Ethereum. Leg 2 down. Leg 3 is your longest, upside. Leg 4, down. Leg 5, we blew off last summer, the $20 blow off. Right here. Now maybe we've just been in an ABC correction this whole damn time, which is why perhaps Link has just continued to get hammered by Ethereum. Maybe it's in a slightly different pattern than against USD or Bitcoin. Slightly ahead of it. Seems like Link Ethereum is more progressed than most of the others, right? USD, Bitcoin. So maybe A was down to this year. B, false rally up. And then C is your lower leg. Like I said before, to start out the video, you can have an ABC correction and it can look like this, right? Where you have an A and then a B up and then a C even lower. That's called a zigzag formation. Or you can have a more symmetrical kind of thing like this, right? Where the bottoms are roughly equal, which we obviously haven't done this in this case, right? So you can have basically a symmetrical ABC correction, or you can have what's called a zigzag correction, which this looks like what it could be, right? You can see how you could get zigzag, right? Lightning bolt, Harry Potter lightning bolt. The Harry Potter lightning bolt gets everybody. There's no escaping it. So let's go back and look at for the 4 of you that are still watching. The crickets. Ignore the crickets. Imagine what those other 2 were doing, right? And you could kind of remove this and imagine that I click the right button. And imagine this is leg 1. We're in leg 2 now. We're getting ready to start the biggest leg. You ready for some hopium? Now this is on a log scale, so I'm not saying it's going to go this high, but I do think maybe we could hit a couple hundred during this cycle, and then maybe, we come back in our bear market. Now we have to drag this out because I didn't plan ahead properly, but then maybe we do something crazy going into. Let me just pause for reflection just a moment. We'll be right back. 3 hours later. So maybe let me adjust. This is not where I project. A little planning ahead would go a long way, wouldn't it? But this is one cut. I can't. It's too late now. I can't do it again. We're going straight to it. So maybe we're depending on where we end, right? 2022, 2023. Let's pretend 2023 because I think we might go to that far. And let's say we go up to 300 for Link. Okay, not insane, right? But what is the issue with this? Leg 3 is not longer than leg 1. So if we want this to play out, this is going to have to be higher. If we take it off log scale, it would work, but there's not enough time in the day to do that one. Maybe we'll do that one later. Non-log scale, but log scale, you got to have this high. 2,000? No, we're not that much hopium. On a log scale, trust me, this would look fine. Non-log scale, on a linear scale, I should say. And then we come back down, and I just feel like I'm talking to myself at this point, but a $2,000 Link, possibly, going into the next cycle, maybe. I think we'll much more be able to rhyme with the likes of Ethereum's prices now than the next cycle. So Ethereum went from, a few $100s for a while, and then it had its explosion to the multi-thousands of dollars, right? 4,000, 5,000. And I think Ethereum could easily hit 10K or higher during the next 12 to 18 months. But if we want to get in there, maybe say 4,000, roughly Ethereum's prices now, That would be kind of the start and kickoff of the next cycle. Remember, this would be kind of the end of the cycle, leg 3 up, bear market down, and then our final massive, you know, leg up would be kind of the next bull cycle. So we can talk more to that as we get there. Just some fun for the day. Hopefully you liked it a little bit. Thank you for your patience if you're still around and my cut and dry lack of humor. Hopefully you liked it. I told you there's a cat on here. I know most of you don't believe me, but I'm going to get him right now. It's her, actually. She's her. You saw her earlier in this video. Tinkerbell, my daughter named her. My daughter's 9. She named her when she was like 4, though, so. She doesn't, not a whole lot of personality here, but she just sits and watches my gecko Link all day. My gecko's name is Link, yes. So she just, Tinkerbell watches Link all day. Even, we haven't got Disney on Link Pilled. She's gonna shut my computer off. I'm gonna. All right. We didn't do car of the day again. I've son of a bitch. We didn't do it the previous video either. So maybe I'll do 2 cars tomorrow. I'll make it up to you for the one of you that likes the car of the day thing. Maybe I could just give you something real quick. We already done this, but the Lego Lamborghini Sion. Yes, it's this big. This is like life. It's up to my body. This is like 3 feet long. 2.5 feet. It's pretty big. The whole wing comes up. It's lighted. I have a light kit. You got to buy extra, of course. Damn Lego. But for those of you that haven't seen this, it's pretty slick. See the light skim on in the front? Yeah. Underbody, got a thing in there. It took me about 3 hours to put this light kit on, damn it. But I have a 6-year-old son who loves building Legos, so I'm doing it with him. We're just getting them all the Legos. Look at the engine. The engine, the top comes off. Look how detailed that crap is. Do you know how long that takes? This took about 20 hours to build. Not kidding. That was my Christmas last year. This year, I think I'm going to get the Bugatti Chiron. Same size. I don't know. I just like torture, I guess. Have a good one, guys. I'll end it. I won't torture you anymore. Thank you so much. 47 gold stars. I'm looking around just for something else to extend this video. I got it. You're ending with the Elliot Wave Hopium Bong. That's it. We'll see how that plays out over the next 5 years. I'll never see you in 5 years. Have a good one. Bye-bye. Hasta luego. Buenos nachos. Pantalones. El gato.